This presentation is on the PBL video experience. The specific video I watched was the elementary project Kindergarten Harvest. A background for the lesson: this grade level is kindergarten, and the content area is science. And basically, the whole goal of this lesson was so students could learn hands-on what it takes to grow a plant from start. A summary of the lesson. So the children were first introduced to different types of dirt. They got to touch and feel dirt straight from the ground, gardening dirt, sandy dirt, clay, all to kind of feel the different dirts that plants can grow in. And then students were given a choice of seeds, and they got to choose their own that they wanted to plant. And then they were given their own 1 foot by 1 foot plot of dirt that they could plant their seeds in. The students were in charge of planting the seed themselves from start to finish and taking care of it. And they would track this plant's progress by going out and measuring it occasionally and recording down their measurements and any observations they noticed. So something I noticed during the video is that the teachers are really only there for guidance. This is a student-led activity. The students are the one planting, the students are the one observing. The teachers are really there just to make sure that, everyone's staying on track and answering any questions if there are questions. I also noticed that there was a lot of time spent outside actually working with the plants. So the children actually got to go outside and interact with nature and their project. And it was all on them to measure, water, and observe their plant. Something I also noticed is that even though everyone has their own plant, because they were all planted in the same area, they were able to interact with everyone's plants, even though they had their own specific plant. I really think that it allows students the ability to explore for themselves in a way that they wouldn't be able to from a textbook. You can read about a plant growing, but it's a lot different to actually grow a plant yourself. And I think because they were able to do it themselves, this will help them understand the growth process a lot better and maybe remember those observations. It also allows for real-time observations rather than just reading about the timeline. They're able to see how long it actually takes and process that. And it also just allowed students to have fun while they were learning. It does make me wonder, though, how to handle or how the teachers handle students whose projects maybe didn't turn out. Maybe a certain student's plant didn't grow for whatever reason, or it grew wrong or something. It just makes me curious, would that upset a kindergartner, and how would you handle that? Benefits to students, kind of what we talked about in the last slide. It allows some hands-on learning, which, in my opinion, gives students a better chance of remembering what they actually learned. It's fun for them, and they get the real experience of it. And, maybe they'll want to go home and plant their own. Some benefits to the teacher: it increases student engagement. There's a lot less fight to keep your students focused. And while you're teaching about plants in the classroom, you're able to make real life connections to the plants that the students are planting, which helps move the lesson along better. And that's about all.